Hello student, today we learn 6th standard general science and in that lesson number 2nd the living world. And in the previous video we have learned some characteristics of living things and now in this video we learn some another characteristics of living things. See on page number 13 they are given some pictures and here asked one question that why have so many types of plants and animals been able to survive on the earth even today. Okay, this one is the question and answer we can give. Every living thing has a fixed lifespan and so life comes to an end with death and when organs become weak, and that's why population becomes less, and that's why many types of plants and animals been able to survive on the earth even today. Okay, then here shown some pictures and the next characteristics of living things is that a definite lifespan. Okay, at a certain stage of life, living things become capable of reproduction. Later on, in life reproduction stage, their organs become weak and still later their life comes to an end. In other words, living things die and the lifespan of different animals and plants are different. For example, the lifespan of a dog is about 12 to 18 years, while the ostrich lives for 50 years. And you may have wondered what exactly the living things are and how they came into being and so on. Okay, then next see on page number 14 here given. Do you know the lifespan of giant turtle found on the Galapagos Island in South America is about 170 years. And on the other hand, the lifespan of mayfly ranges from 1 hours to 24 hours. Okay, there is a lifespan is different or differ from animal to animal, and every type of animal have a definite lifespan, and this also most important characteristics of living things. Okay, then next on page number 14 here given, observe a honeycomb and a wall, and what are they made of? See here shown picture 2.13 is of a wall, and beside this there is another picture that is a honeycomb. See, observe a honeycomb and a wall, and what are they made of? The honeycomb is formed of small cells and a wall is made up of bricks which are firmly joined together. These are the differences. And you may have seen the small compartments of a honeycomb. These compartments are joined together to form honeycomb. A wall has bricks to construct a wall, and we firmly join the bricks together. That is next characteristics of living things, a cellular structure. Living things are made of small units called cells. At the actions and processes in the bodies of living things are brought about with the help of these microscopic cells. See Here shown some pictures. That is first picture is of amoeba and then paramecium. Okay, then some insects are there, some birds are there. Some living things are made up of single cell. For example, amoeba. Amoeba is made from a single cell. So these are called unicellular organisms. Uni means one. And on the other hand, the living things that are made of many cells are called multicellular organisms. The amoeba and some other microorganisms are unicellular, while man, cow, mouse, cockroach, elephants, banyan tree, the onion plants, etc. are all multicellular organisms. All the characteristics of living things are seen in every cell of a living thing, whether it is unicellular or multicellular. Okay, so cellular structure is the main characteristics of living things, even though the number of cells may vary. This is one of the most important characteristics, that is a cellular structure. And we have learned in this that some living things are made up of a single cell, that animals or living things we call unicellular organisms, and which are made up of many cells are called multicellular organisms. See picture 2.14 on page number 14. Various living things are shown here: banyan trees, then onion, okay, then elephant. Here dove also shown, and from that there are some animals which are unicellular and some are multicellular, but their other characteristics are same. Okay, then next on page number 15, see they are given one institutes at work. The institutes that work for the survey and conservation of the various plants and animals is different part of India are the Botanical Survey of India and 1890 and the Zoological Survey of India 1916 respectively. And in case you find an unfamiliar plant or animal in your surrounding, you can communicate with these institutes to obtain more information about it. Okay, there is one institute that works on botanical survey. Botanicals means department that study the different plants, and zoological department that study the different animals. And if in your surroundings they are found you that new animal, new type of plant, then convey to this institute and they collect extra information about this. Okay, today we will stop here. And what we have learned today we learn two properties or two characteristics of living things, that are a definite lifespan and a cellular structure. Okay student, bye bye.